So apparently the Cleveland Cavaliers Isaiah Thomas deal isn't finished, isn't fully complete, because it looks like Isaiah Thomas may not pass his physical. And if that's the case, it actually means that the trade is voided. In this video, I'm just going to be talking about what will happen if the trade actually does end up being void, and what it means for both the Boston Celtics and the Cleveland Cavaliers. If this trade ends up being voided, the Cleveland Cavaliers are exactly where they were a week ago. They've just got Kyrie Irving, a player they're going to trade. And again, Kyrie has no leverage because he has a couple of years left in his contract. So if it does end up happening that the trade is void, Kyrie's just back in Cleveland. Cleveland eventually will trade Kyrie, and they probably won't get as good a haul though as they got from the Boston Celtics. Or, you never know, they might end up taking an injured Isaiah Thomas, but they might ask the Celtics to throw in another pick, which I don't think the Celtics are going to do. Because Kyrie's great, but he's not that great. He's not good enough to throw away 2 potential top 5 picks in next year's stacked NBA draft. Especially when it's looking like the Warriors are going to win for the foreseeable future. So you got to plan a little bit ahead. Which, to be fair, they were doing with Kyrie, and they still had the Lakers pick, which possibly could be top 5. I doubt it, but it could possibly be top 5. So anyway, whatever about the Cavs, I don't think it really affects them too much. But what happens to the Boston Celtics? It means that they get Isaiah Thomas back, they get Jay Crowder back. It means that to make the trade with the Cleveland Cavaliers, they probably have to throw in another high first round pick. But if they can't make that trade, it completely destroys team chemistry in Boston. What happens if Isaiah Thomas does end up starting the season for the Boston Celtics? What happens if everything goes back to the way it was before the trade? Obviously, Celtics still have a team that probably won't compete with the Cleveland Cavaliers, but are slightly better set for the future in my opinion. But still, you've got a team of players who have just seen their star from last year walk away, who think they're getting a Kyrie Irving, and in the end, they may get nothing. They may just have the exact same players that they had, an injured Isaiah Thomas. And for Isaiah Thomas, what's he going to feel like? The Boston Celtics tried to trade him away. He just had the season of his life. He had the best season he probably will ever have. And the Boston Celtics traded him away because they don't want to pay him max money. They don't think he's worth max money. I don't think he's worth max money either, but obviously Isaiah Thomas thinks himself that he's worth max money. But yeah, what happens then? Isaiah Thomas goes back to the Celtics and is supposed to pretend like nothing happened? While obviously they're professionals, they're going to have to be like that. They're going to have to just go out and play. But it's still going to be in the back of his head. It's going to be in the back of Gordon Hayward's head. It's going to be in the back of everyone's heads that obviously the trade did happen. They can't just sweep it under the rug and pretend it didn't happen. Like, it is going to affect the Boston Celtics massively. And a lot of people are saying on Twitter that the Cavaliers did this intentionally, which I highly doubt, because that was the best deal the Cavaliers would have gotten for Kyrie Irving. But a lot of people think that the Cavaliers actually did it intentionally, that they knew Isaiah Thomas wasn't going to pass the physical, and they knew that all that would happen was they get Kyrie back and they trade him to someone else, and they wanted to completely throw off their closest rivals in the Eastern Conference, which, if they did that and they knew that was going to be the case, is genius. But I highly doubt it, especially because if that was the case, they wouldn't have even hardballed them and got the first round pick from the New Jersey Nets, or Brooklyn Nets, sorry. I can't believe I actually just called them the New Jersey Nets. But yeah, so kind of a bit of a weird one, a weird situation that I can't remember have we ever seen before. So that happened. So anyway, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe.